Good morning, everybody. It is February 23rd, and the time is 6:44. This morning, I went down to get my coffee, as I did yesterday morning, and when I pulled in to the Sprint gas station there to get my coffee yesterday, I looked down at the clock right when I pulled in to shut the ignition off, and it said 5:55 exactly. And that's when I ran into the older gentleman. He's probably about 72. And he was in there getting his coffee. And I showed him the photo. This photo of the angel blowing the trumpet. His eyes were drawn to it right away. And probably just as fast as mine were when I first seen it. And anyhow, he just said that, some of us have eyes to see, and others are very focused on what's in the world, where some of us are more focused on what's above, more what's spiritual than others. Others are more about what's physical in this world, which the devil is the creator and ruler of this world. Some of us never fit into it, okay? I never felt like I did as a child either. I felt like I didn't belong here. And I was talking with somebody this morning on an email, and she had mentioned about a wormhole being opened that we would be taken. Well, as a very small child, I remember coming through a wormhole just like that. It was very fast, and into this world. And when you see all these abortions happening all the time, sometimes I feel this is the devil trying to kill these spirits that are coming through that wormhole that God had created. The spirits that are coming through us, okay? When a woman gives birth, the spirit in that child, in her womb, belongs to God. Because listen, there was a war in heaven, okay? And when the demons were cast out, remember, one day to the Lord, it's like 1,000 years here. So you guys got to think this way, okay? One day to the Lord. How many lives have come through here while they were fighting that battle? Because listen to these words. And they overcame him. Now it says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before God day and night. Now, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. These are the angels and stuff now that were fighting against Satan and his demons. I think a lot of us were also spirits coming back through here, through this life. And that's why Satan wants to kill as many as he can with abortions. And what they say, 60 million have been killed so far? Around there, 60 million have been killed, pulling them out of the wombs of women. Why is Satan so interested in killing all these spirits coming through that womb? You see what I'm saying? One day to the Lord is like 1,000 years to us. 1,000 years. So a lot of those angels that were up there fighting in that war against Satan for their fellow brethren, they're talking about us here on the earth. Trying to fight to defend us here on the earth. Because this is God's creation. But the devil's the ruler here. Okay? Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. That's why he's trying to kill as many babies as he can. Remember, one day is like 1,000 years. One day. Okay? People are going, well, I wonder when he came. Did he come? Is he come yet? Is he come yet? Of course he's here. He's been here. He's been here a long time. He knoweth that he has a short time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast out of the earth, cast out unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. Okay? Now, where they're talking, where, if you look in California right now, there's a big opening in a lake out there where they're having floods and all that rushing through there. And it's a big hole in the earth. Okay? I'm going to provide you a clip to look at about this. And the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and a half a time from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away in the flood. In other words, he's out to kill as many people as he can. Then all of a sudden the earth just opened up and it's swallowing all this water. Tons and tons of it. Like a bathtub. You pop that cork on that bathtub, it just sucks it up, don't it? But see, people are too busy looking what's in the world all the time, instead of focusing on the Word of God. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth, and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Make no mistake, you guys, this is what's going on, okay? This is what's going on. My dream I had last night, like we had very little time to get in and shut the door, because what's coming is the wrath of God, and nothing's going to stop it. It's going to destroy everything here. It'll destroy it all. Nothing is going to stop this. That guy that I seen this morning in the... I was this morning again, I pulled into the gas station to get coffee, and when I went to go shut off my ignition, I looked at the clock and it said 5:55, just as it did yesterday, 5:55, and 5 is grace. Just like on the back of that truck, if you guys notice that V, that's 5. And then the E on both sides, one was going this way, one was going that way. Kind of like everything's kind of twisted today, you know what I mean? Well, that's the way the devil works, okay? The signs are right in front of you, but not everybody can see it. That was 555 on the back of that truck, too. They use signs and symbols. I got stalkers against me. They're saying all kinds of stuff. They're saying this photo that I use here is just another sign of the devil. Really? Look at all the images in that. Well, actually, I'm going to tell you guys, be careful what you're watching. The videos that they're making, they have satanic music in their in the background, real low, satanic. Be careful. When you turn on a video, somebody that claims to be doing something for the Lord, warning, sounding the trumpet or whatever, if you hear satanic sounds and music in the background, they're very deceivableness. Remember, they're deceivableness. I've got stalkers in person around here, too, that pop up around me all the time, stalking me. I had one yesterday when I was pulled in to do my laundry, came in wanting me to read a book. It just happened to be on page 4, and it was 4 pages long. 44. The district I'm in is 44. 44th district. But anyhow, and there just happens to be an Air Force base here. Anyhow, they wanted me to read it, and it was like a rhyme, and they had rhymes to it. You know how we have our children reading books that have rhymes in them? I would highly recommend taking that away from them, because I'm going to tell you something. Your children are very, very intelligent. God did not create them to where they needed to hear rhymes. And you got to remember, most of these books written for our children today were created by the devil to destroy our children. Remember, he went to make war to destroy the seed. Okay? You guys got to remember this stuff, man. A lot of this stuff you're letting your children read, watch, and play with the phones and all that stuff, you know, playing these games. And people go, wow, look at how fast they pick up on it, man. They're good on this stuff. They can do this. Right. Well, they're very intelligent, and the devil knows that too. And he's making these things to destroy them. You don't think so? I promise you that's what the devil's doing. Everything here that you see around you is designed for that. One day with the Lord is like 1,000 years to us. Okay, so he's been very, very consistent on what he's doing here. Like I said, I've got stalkers out there making videos saying everything about me is demonic. There's probably some people, if they fall away thinking that they're telling the truth, they can't distinguish the difference between them and what I'm doing, then they were never meant to be. You know, because it's like Jesus says, anybody that God brings to you, you won't lose them. If you lose them, they were always meant to be lost. It's that simple. That's how I see it too. When they're making videos out there about me, lying and everything that they're doing, let me tell you something. They're also going to be drawing people to me, which I'm fine with that. That's why you don't see me saying anything about them. I really didn't even want to have to say this because they're probably watching my videos. Then again, they might just be disliking them without watching them. Who knows? Because I put out a lot of videos, and it probably drives them mad that I won't stop, you know. But that's what I'm here for. But I seen that same guy in the gas station today getting coffee, just like me, and right at the same time. And I'm like, wow. I said, you pretty much come here at the same time, don't you? And he goes, yep. And I said, you know, yesterday I seen you at 5:55, and today's I came in here at 5:55, and I said, we talked about that photo with that angel blowing that trumpet, and he goes, you're probably a prophet from God, is what you are. Now, you guys don't ever hear me saying that, but I've had people say that to me. I'm going to say probably 3 different times. And one of them was in a church, and the guy lowered his head, and he wouldn't look at me. You got a lot of people here with demonic spirits in them, and you got some of them that are like that. They will give you 100% respect. Then you got those out there that are making videos like me, you know, coming against me. How many people do you see on YouTube where they're making videos, you know, like they're really popular? Not that many. They don't come after them as hard as they are me. You think maybe there's a reason why? Huh? I wonder. I wonder if there's a reason why they don't like me. See, for those that can really, really see good, you guys can see his faces very clearly. I know you can. Many people can't because their eyes have been blinded by what's in the world. Listen, be very careful what you listen to. Music, okay? If people claim to be here doing what I'm doing right now, trying to warn you, like I told you that when I had that dream, I had to get in and shut that door for what was about to pass, and I told you it sounded like, you know, spookier than anything to me. Well, that's God's wrath coming down, is what that was, God's wrath. And you don't want to be on the wrong side of that. You know what I mean? And it will sound horrifying to you when you see it, because you will tremble at it. You know, that's how I felt. God knows I have a fear of him, but I also have a love. A love I never knew I had until they tried to tell me to speak less about him, and they'd build my business if I did, and I immediately said no. I didn't even have to think about it. Actually, they got me upset. That's why I say you don't know how much love you really have until that time comes and they try to persuade you or whatever they might do. But we're getting ready to go home, you guys. This isn't our home. I really don't think this is our home. I almost feel like a lot of the angels that were fighting against Satan and the demons and stuff like that, some of them, because it says they loved not their lives, and they fought until the end. And our bodies are the temple of the Lord, okay? And we glorify him in our bodies, okay? And you see this perverted lifestyle when they're having perverted sex and all that stuff. That's not glorifying God in any way, okay? It's an abomination. And abortions, all that stuff. But his mercy is great. You can pray and you ask him for forgiveness, man. And you humble yourself before the Lord, man. And he's gracious that way. He will forgive you. The devil will be over there telling you, no, you're worthless. He ain't going to do, no, that's a lie. It's blah, blah, blah. That's the devil. He's a great liar. He's the deceiver of the whole world. Um, how many people on YouTube are focused on the spirit? Ask yourself that. How many of them are trying to get you focused, kind of like, talking about, where it says you better have a fire. Be very passionate. If you ain't passionate for the Lord, if you're lukewarm about this, he said, I'll spit you out. I'll spit you out. Now, how many people on YouTube do you see this kind of, wanting to talk about stuff? They're going, today at work, it's very busy today at work. I barely got time, even trying to do this, How many people do you see on YouTube doing that? Then they say, oh yeah, in China they're doing this or that, Or else you got people with demonic stuff coming on here, playing demonic music. That's why I'm saying don't listen to it. Okay? Or else they got weird sounds, that are like they're exposing these people, but yet they got weird sounds to them, Listen, if you're going to expose these things for what they are, do you have to play all that creepy sounding stuff? You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of witchcraft going on here. Remember, we don't fight against flesh and blood. We're fighting against spiritual principalities and darkness in high places, like our government, okay? Like those that work for the phone companies, the ones that put that little eye in that camera so they can watch you. When I'm telling you I've got stalkers around me here and stuff, these people are like high level, okay? And they're trying to get me to read poems that rhyme. Why would they try to get me to read something like that? I'm in there to wash my clothes. This person came out of nowhere wanting me to read stuff like that. Ask yourself this. Come on. And then their poems, their writings that rhyme, and it was demonic. It was very demonic and evil, and I didn't want to read it, and I didn't read it. I just looked at some of it, and I looked at the very bottom of it, and it was all about worldliness, and she's telling me how it rhymes, Oh, now it's going to rhyme. Well, I didn't read anything that rhymed because I didn't read it, And they probably know it in that camera now, I'm not going to read stuff like that when they bring stuff up there to me like that. I'm not going to do it. That's why I say, actually, they gave me an idea when they said that it rhymes. Remember, we give our children stuff that it rhymes. Listen, we're at the very end. It's time to go. This is where we want to pull people out of the darkness. Don't give them these little rhyme stories and stuff like that, okay? The children don't have to be taught that way. They don't have to be taught that way. What they need to know is the love that the Lord has for them, okay? That's what they need to know. Their little minds are like sponges. They'll suck it up. Just like these devil themes and tunes and all that stuff, their minds will suck it up. The sounds and symbols and signs, they're using all these things, okay? We don't need them. We don't need them. I'm telling you the truth. God bless you guys. I pray that you get something out of my messages. And like I said, I feel this is getting ready to come to an end because what I seen, what I heard, I didn't see anything. I heard it coming. And I knew I had little time. And I was clearing that doorway out. In the video I'm going to show you to check out, she's even saying the same thing like a couple of months. And I've been saying what? 5. I'm my mother's 5th child. I was born in May, which is the 5th month, on the 23rd day. 2 plus 3 is what? 5. And I'll be 57 this May, okay? And the photo was taken in 77. Just happens to be the same as the Jewish calendar. What do you know, huh? Think that's another coincidence? And me trying to warn you. Would the devil try to warn you? No. But they're telling you that I come from the devil, but I'm trying to warn you. That don't make sense, does it? Do you see what I'm saying? Guys, get ready. I'm telling you, I've got stalkers on YouTube, and I got stalkers around me here. Like that guy that came out of nowhere, asked me about a job, and then all of a sudden he got somebody else to do it. Why? Because I shared with him about the end times? He seemed like he was very interested in it. you know, but not enough to hire me, I guess. This is the way it's been. I've been blacklisted, for doing what I do. But like I said, I've gotten through it. It's okay. I've gotten through it. We ain't got very much time. Get ready, you guys, to go home. This is not our home, and we're getting ready to go. Trust me on this, okay? Draw near to God, okay? Isaiah 26, verse 20 and 21. That's what my dream was, where I had to get in and shut the door, where he says, shut the door for a little while until his indignation passes. That's his wrath. When he's very upset. When you see what they've been doing with these abortions and all that stuff, man, I seen a little glimpse of it, and I'm going to tell you, I was very upset when I seen it. God sees everything. He knows everything. And you can be sure the devil, these demons, boy, that's what they want to kill, the remnant of the woman's seed. And these women are litting them, But let me tell you, they probably got demons in them, too. Because when you lit somebody, because the Bible says those that are now litting will continue to lit until he's taken out of the way. In other words, this isn't going to be stopped until God stops it. Okay, that's what the Bible clearly says. That he's going to those that now lit are going to continue to let until he be taken out of the way. God bless each and every one of you. I hope and pray that you get something out of my messages. And if any of you are down here, we'll go down and have a cup of coffee, man. I'm here in Columbus, Mississippi. Love each and every one of yous.